Normally, December is a wonderful month. Everyone gets together, we're giving presents away, people are having a good time, Merry Christmas, Merry whatever holidays you celebrate. But unfortunately, CD Projekt Red is the Grinch of the month. I don't understand what's going on with CD Projekt Red. Yesterday, I talked about a video about how they had such a dumpster fire of a release, a launch session, that they were like, look, you can either wait or you could just return your product. We're tired of people crying and complaining about how it poorly performs on the base consoles that majority of people have it on. But if you don't like it, just return it. You should be fine. Hit up Microsoft, hit up Sony, hit up GameStop, and get your money back. It should be fine. We're sorry that you don't like it. They didn't tell their partners that. So what's going on, everybody? I'm your host, JD. Welcome back to the channel. Hit that like and subscribe button. Watch this video through the very end. And if you don't mind, watch the last video that I made. Because currently how YouTube works is like, look, you're not partnered, but we're going to put ads on your videos anyways. We'll make our money and leave you with nothing. So doing those things are going to help me out a lot. Once I get to that point, maybe YouTube and I can holler at each other. Maybe we can be partnered once again. Let's talk about CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077, the stuff they say to piss people off even more. Let's get into it. During the recording of this video, CD Projekt Red has developed a game that has been delayed 3 times, has been in development for 7 years, and this is the result you get. An 87 on the PC version of the game. On console, it's not faring any better. In fact, it took a complete dive. 55 on the Xbox Series and 52 on the PlayStation 4. I purchased this game. It's not performing well on PlayStation 4. I want to return it. Okay, so remember the video I talked about before? They were apologetic. They were like, we are so sorry that we released a game in this poor state. I had no idea that this was going to happen, which they knew it was going to happen. Not only did they knew this was going to happen, they actually bypassed a few steps that makes sure that the game was in somewhat of a playable state. It's in an uncomfortable state. That's what I will say. You can beat the game from beginning to end. Maybe you're playing it at 15 frames per second because of the way that they created the game on those consoles. Heck, even on PC. My PC, I've had 2 major crashes so far, and I am seeing frames in the upper 40s, mid 50s. 2700X, 16 gigs of RAM, 2070 Super. And I've adjusted it from ultra, I went down to high, I went down from 1440p to 1080p, and I'm still seeing these things. I even went and watched Digital Foundry's video on optimized settings and made those adjustments, and I'm still seeing these things. This game is poorly optimized. It wasn't ready. And CD Projekt Red, you should be an absolute shame of yourself. So you get sick of it. You're like, I can't take this. I need to return this. I'm not waiting 3 months. If that was the case, delay the game. Upper management clearly has no idea how a game is developed, apparently, because you make a game from beginning to end. You make sure it works. You get your quality assistance team to make sure you look at it, make sure it works. You go through a certification process, which they skipped. They was like, nah, we don't need to do all that. The game's gonna be great. We're gonna be rolling in the dough. We're gonna be like, we're gonna hit in the club. We're gonna have a good time. But yeah, they missed a couple steps. The game is in a piss poor state, and their solution is you just wait, because you can't return the game. If you've opened it, if you have a physical copy, you can't return it for full value. You can walk into GameStop and you're gonna get, if you're lucky, $27, $22 cash. Walk into a Walmart, walk into a Target. They're gonna be like, hell nah, son, you're not getting your money back. Digitally, you have the option of getting a refund. There are a couple things you need to know. This is Microsoft's return policy. So essentially you have 14 days from the date you purchased it. Something's wrong with it. It's not performing well. They might be able to give you a opportunity to get your money back, and they'll do it case by case basis. They said that all sales are considered final, but we understand there may be some extenuating circumstances, and they'll deal with it by case basis. Sony, on the other hand, is not as forgiving. After your purchase, you have 14 days to return it. The second you hit that download button, it's a wrap. They ain't doing nothing. We've seen all these reports on Twitter, all other social media saying, hey, look, I tried this. I hit the download button. It's a done deal. I hadn't even played the game. I heard about this, and then I tried to return it. They were like, nah, son. Hashtag greatness awaits. You're going to be waiting 3 months. To make matters even more interesting, this is the conference call notes that they actually had. They had to hold a emergency conference call because of how bad this game released. And people were like, look, why didn't you guys focus on the old gen? The PS4, the Xbox One, where the core of your gamers are on. Don't get it twisted. There's way more people on PC, but your core console is the base PS4. It's not the PS4 Pro. It's not the Xbox One X. It's going to be the base PS4, and it's going to be the VCR, maybe these like basic Xbox One. You guys did make sure the game was at least comfortable to play on there. First, your question was about the focus and the cause of our ignoring, so to speak, the shortcomings of the current gen version. It is more about us looking, as was previously stated, at the PC and next gen performance rather than the current gen. We definitely did not spend enough time looking at that. I wouldn't say that we felt any external or internal pressure to launch on the date other than the normal pressure, which is typical for any release. So that was not the cause. In terms of the certification process and the third parties, this is definitely on our side. I can only assume that they trusted that we're going to fix things upon release, and that obviously did not come together exactly as we had planned. Regarding the third question, where we want to go with the PlayStation and Xbox, as stated in the statement made public today in the morning, we are planning to get the game in much better shape than it is now, of course, and a lot of that is going to be happening in December. Come January and February, you're going to see a larger improvement, which we've stated already. We have also stated that if your expectation is that the game is going to be equal to, say, next gens or PC in terms of performance, that definitely isn't going to happen. Having said that, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad game, but if your expectations regarding, say, visuals or other performance angle are like this, then we're openly stating that that's not going to happen. It will be a good, playable, stable game without glitches and crashes, though. That's the intention. The thing is that they're thinking that people who have the original PS4 or the Xbox One, they think that they expect godlike PC performance or next-gen performance. Clearly, that is not the case. They're not thinking logically. Why would they think that those people expect PC-like performance or next-gen performance? They just want the thing to be running at 30 frames per second. They don't care if it's 700p, 600p, 900p. At least have it running at a comfortable pace where it's not loading, lagging behind, it's not glitching. They just want a game that works. That's what they want. You know, people were so excited about this game. People were hyped up. It was probably the most hyped game in the last decade, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what we get. They seem already irritated that they had to do it, but that's your fault, ladies and gentlemen. You did this. No one asked you to release it on 7 different platforms. No one asked you to release it on Stadia. And I don't know why I keep giving Stadia a whole bunch of flack, but come on now. They were giving Stadia away for free if you bought Cyberpunk 2077. That shows you how much Google cares about Stadia. Not very much. I just don't know what else to say. They don't expect next gen or PC-like performance on a base PS4 or Xbox One. They just want it to work. I mean, if I'm wrong, leave your comments down below. We'll take this time to wrap things up. So thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Be safe. Happy gaming.